bride and get away with it?
I wouldn't bet a corn farthing on him escaping. No, I wouldn't. Not a corn farthing would I bet. No, sir.
What's wrong with you?
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're looking at instances where Family Guy demonstrated that every country is fair game when it comes to satire, uniting people in outrage around the world.
So when they walk up to you, quickly stuff a dollar bill in their mouth. And then you can pet them as much as you want.
Canada, road to the North Pole.
Oh, hey there. You having some car troubles, eh?
If there are three things that Canada is known for, it's an association with the word unusually nice citizens, and being the headquarters of Watch Mojo. Family Guy covers two of those as Stewie and Brian make their way to the North Pole. Experiencing car troubles in Canada, the two receive help from a courteous Canuck.
Oh, a car won't take you there anyway. But if you like, you can take my snowmobile.
Really?
Following a wordplay routine worthy of Abbott and Costello, the Canadian not only offers them his snowmobile, no strings attached, but also his money and one of his legs. Although they only need the first thing, Stewie and Brian take him up on the leg offer, even if they don't care enough to hold on to the severed body part that was sacrificed in the name of neighborliness.
Oh, sure, that's what Canadian hospitality is all about. If you like, you can have all my money and my leg.
Okay.
France. Welcome back, Carter.
That's right. You're gonna start doing a lot of stuff for me.
Like what?
If you're going to mock an entire country, might as well do it from the peak of their most cherished landmark. At Peter's mercy, Carter must relay a message to France, making sure everyone can hear him atop the Eiffel Tower. While there are plenty of French jokes to choose from, Peter has something oddly specific in mind that you probably didn't think about until this episode.
Next, I want you to fly to France and tell French people that a good-looking, depressed guy smoking a cigarette is not a movie.
Now that it's been put out into the world, you'll never look at a French art house film the same way again. Although Peter only instructed him to dish out one criticism, Carter couldn't help but add his grievance with France, their strange-sounding sirens. For anyone who associated his noise with emergencies, you're only going to hear one thing now. China, grumpy old man.
Oh, damn it!
Dude, bad news. You're dead.
If you thought Death was the only character immune to being killed off, think again. After getting into a fatal car crash, Death encounters Super Death, who informs him that he's about to be reincarnated as a Chinese child. Death's reincarnation is literally short-lived, revealing that he came back with one too many X chromosomes.
When a death dies, he gets reincarnated. You're being reincarnated as a Chinese baby right now.
This joke is grim even by Family Guy standards, but it is grounded in real-world tragedy. While laws have been put in place to protect female newborns in China, males have generally been shown favoritism throughout the country's history, especially when the one-child policy was in effect. Although the gender ratio is more balanced now, this issue isn't strictly in the past, as Family Guy bluntly reminds us.
Girl?
Italy, mixed stroke.
Wow, look at these men! What class, what grace! And all because of a little upper lip hair. Lois, I am gonna grow a mustache.
Growing a mustache, Peter believes that his newfound facial hair comes with special abilities, including fluency in Italian. Addressing the deli owner, Peter speaks in the most stereotypical Italian gibberish that one can fathom.
Brian, let me handle this. Scusi, babidi-boopy?
Che cosa?
Peter, what are you doing? Speaking Italian.
Brian tries telling him how ignorant he's acting, but Peter continues to enrage the deli owner one boopity-boppity at a time. The proprietor fires back in real Italian. Although subtitles aren't provided, the owner's tirade apparently translates to, "Are you crazy? Get out of here. I'll punch you in the head and kill you with this meat." Boopity boppity might be the most famous line from this episode, but to those who can actually speak Italian, the deli owner has the most quotable content.
Beepity-boopity-boppity-boppity.
Peter, you can't speak Italian just because you have a mustache.
Boopity-boppa. Boop-a-beep-a-boop-a-bop-a-beep-a-boppa.
Tu sei un pazzo, va vedete qui!
Haiti, the peanut butter kid.
Now we just gotta make Peter and Lois understand.
Yes, well, if they want to make me into a monster like those people, we'll give them a monster. Like when Godzilla attacked Haiti.
When Godzilla shows up, one expects a Japanese joke. In this cutaway gag, though, the King of Monsters stomps to the surface of Haiti. Finding the Caribbean country already in a dire state, Godzilla decides that there's nothing left to demolish, awkwardly retreating to the water in horror.
Oh my god.
This episode notably aired in January 2016, 6 years after the Haiti earthquake and several months before Hurricane Matthew further devastated the country. Considering that Godzilla started as an allegory for the atomic bomb, it's really saying something when the beast takes one look at a suffering country and can't even deal. If Godzilla was in the writer's room, we imagine he'd tell the Family Guy staff, "Dude, not cool."
What happened was a bit of a hard truth for me.
Ireland. Peter Griffin, husband, father, brother.
Dad, I don't want to be here. I want to be chilling with my homies.
Now, Chris, it's important you learn about your Irish heritage.
Seth MacFarlane is part Irish, a trait he shares with Peter. Wanting Chris to learn more about his family's roots, Peter takes him to an Irish heritage museum. While there, it's suggested that the average Irishman spends his day at the pub and Irish women pray babies into existence. The Griffin boys also find that Ireland was once light years ahead of other countries with technological advances that made the Jetsons look like the Flintstones. Alas, one invention took precedence over all others: whiskey, marking what was likely the country's first of many riots. It's not the most historically accurate depiction of Ireland, or the effects of alcohol, considering that the scientists only drank about half a bottle before brawling like disgruntled leprechauns.
Whiskey.
India, 3 acts of God.
What do you mean, gods? There's more than one?
Yes, Peter, Greece is polytheistic.
Quick, Peter, say something so he thinks you know what he's talking about. Words.
Yeah, you get it.
Searching for God, the guys travel to a few different countries, although India arguably endures the most savage burn. India has a reputation as a spiritual place where someone can achieve enlightenment. Peter's expectations are shattered from the moment he gets off the plane.
India, the most spiritual country in the world.
Locals use the river as a dumping ground. Practically every window of every dilapidated house is broken, a bonfire blazes in the middle of the street, and Aziz Ansari has brought his act to town. Peter isn't sure where to find God, but he can instantly cross one country off his list. While not reflective of the whole country, India does have a serious waste problem, with this joke providing a genuine expectation versus reality moment.
God is not here.
United Kingdom. 1 if by clam, 2 if by sea.
Evening, gents. How about a nice warm lager?
And help yourself to a packet of crisps.
Or a ruddy nice plum pudding.
This Season 3 episode is pretty much dedicated to mocking the UK, specifically British culture. When the drunken clam is replaced with a British pub, the Revolutionary War practically repeats itself, albeit on a smaller scale. Every British person that the gang encounters is a caricature who speaks like they're from the cast of My Fair Lady and seriously needs a dental plan.
And really, you see, the bowler hurls the ball towards the batsman who tries to play away a fine leg. He endeavours to score by dashing between the creases, provided the wicketkeeper hasn't whipped his bails off, of course.
Virtually all the stereotypical British hallmarks are taken to the extreme, from the locals loving nothing more than a jolly good old game of cricket to the King's Guard keeping their bizarre-sounding lunch in their oversized hats. All things considered, these English gents are generally portrayed as polite, even if one of them frames Peter and his friends for arson.
Now, I expect to see you at Eliza's birthday bash, and I won't take no for an answer. Unless the question is, do you not like me? Get it? Double negative, you know. It's very good.
Ethiopia. Believe it or not, Joe's walking on air.
Joe, you are going to be happier than bullfrogs on vacation in Ethiopia.
Give Family Guy credit. A lot of the jokes are offensive, but they're creatively offensive, as exemplified through this joke. Anyone who visits Ethiopia will want to steer clear of any bugs, unless you're a bullfrog. In a cutaway, we see how two frogs spend their holiday chowing down on bugs that are so commonplace that the locals act as if they're not even present.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is even better than they said it was in the brochure.
Apparently, talking frogs don't warrant a reaction either. The frogs also have something of a celebrity sighting, noting that one Ethiopian man has a connection to Madonna. For the record, Madonna's 4 adopted children were all born in Malawi, not Ethiopia. So we guess that means Madonna isn't raising his kid. Angelina Jolie might be, however.
Yeah, I hear Madonna's raising this guy's kid.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. United States of America. Peter's Progress.
We'll have a happy new life and we'll have equal rights for all. Except blacks, Asians, Hispanics, Jews, gays, women, Muslims, everybody who's not a white man.
As much as the Family Guy crew makes fun of other countries, they might be the most critical of their own homeland. Flashing back to the origins of Quahog, Griffin Peterson vows to build a society where everyone is entitled to equal rights. Peterson almost immediately excludes people of color, women, and those of different religions.
And I mean white, so no Italians, no Polish, just people from Ireland, England, and Scotland.
He doesn't stop there, reminding us that there was a period when Italians and Poles weren't as widely accepted. As the list grows narrower, Peterson eventually decides that not even the most privileged Americans can have any rights. It's a brutally honest example of how America can be one of the most and least progressive nations simultaneously, with little changing over hundreds of years.
No, you know what? Not even whites. Nobody gets any rights. America.
Can you think of a country Family Guy hasn't gotten around to roasting yet? Let us know in the comments.
Canada sucks.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.